What's up, guys? Pixel here. Oh, nice. I guess we're playing Pyro today. I don't know. I wanted to try to get some hot hand hits in and maybe a kill here or there. To be honest with you, this video today is kind of talking a little bit about, just YouTube a bit and kind of what I've been doing in terms of the creative process and whatnot. To be honest with you, it's been a bit exhausting. I don't know. I feel like I've been hitting a wall a bit here and there with making YouTube videos. And this isn't like me throwing in the towel, being like, it's over, the career's over. This is really just more or less like, I feel like this happens with anything in life, right? Like, even in school or work or like, your own personal fitness. You can put a lot of things in here, but I just been lately feeling like, I feel like I haven't really been getting the results that I want out of YouTube as of late. We are at 181 subscribers, and I do appreciate the people that watch my videos and leave a comment here and there and like my videos and whatnot. I don't know. This might be silly because I do feel like I have to remind myself that I'm still just starting off with making YouTube content and just kind of finding my niche and also my voice a bit, learning how to edit videos and whatnot still, and trying to make them as entertaining as I possibly can. And, trying to also figure out what content works or what... I hate using that word, too. I hate calling it content. I wish I could refer to it as, like, my artwork or some of the films I'm making or something else. But, unfortunately, content seems to be the de facto terminology for all this. And, I don't know. To be honest with you, too, YouTube is just the place where you kind of see the brain rot content rise to the top of it. Especially with shorts. Short videos are like absolutely brutal and could probably melt your brain over time. And I like to think that my shorts videos have a bit of effort put into them, or aren't designed really to waste time or to just push you to subscribe or do something ridiculous. But unfortunately, what tends to work, it seems, is the stuff that is ridiculous or waste time or has like a sound in it that is viral or like some kind of earworm here and there. That's just kind of the nature of things, I guess. In life, this is just how it is. There are people that take shortcuts and then they see results. There's also people that like put their time and soul into like something and it doesn't pay off. And that's just how it is. Like, and I will say, though, there have been cases where I've put in, like, some good work in, or I've done a video that I felt might have been a little half-assed, and, resulted in, a pretty good, response from the audience, and, people have subscribed and whatnot and liked the videos and everything. I don't know. I guess this video is just me whining and complaining a lot, but I think that's healthy, too. I think, like, you're allowed to sit back and like complain about something or be down in the dumps a little bit here and there. That's good for you, I think. Sometimes I think what's important though is to not wallow in it, to not sit there forever and just be like, I'm stuck here, like I'll never get anywhere, my life's over. That kind of defeat mentality is not what this video is really about. It's really just more or less, I guess, if you're out there and you're facing something similar to this, whether that's like with a school project or work or something where, you feel like your work isn't getting the credit it deserves a bit or isn't getting where you want it to be as of right now, that's normal, I guess. I'm feeling that right now, and that's kind of what this video is about a little bit. And then, with that, I guess I'd be curious to... I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get out of that, though. I'm trying to figure out, like, what specifically I don't like about the content that I'm either making or what I don't like about the end results I'm getting. I like playing Team Fortress 2, and I also love the Deadlock videos that I've been making, and those have gotten a bit of a reception, which I've been somewhat proud of. But I'm gonna be transparent with you. There's a part of me that's kind of like I do feel that my videos are worthwhile to watch to a degree. I definitely don't think they're for everybody, but there's definitely clearly an audience that wants that kind of content. Come over here, medic. Come over here. Come help me out. Aw. There's clearly an audience that wants that kind of content and wants that podcast type of smooth brain chill At least I think there is. I don't know. It's hard to tell too. Like I've said this before a million times. I'm fairly inspired by a lot of other, TF2 content creators or YouTubers that make specific stuff that is like low key like this here and there. But I'm also fairly inspired by the guys who like sit down and edit a video and really, really put their heart and soul into something or a project. And I want to start doing that here and there as well. It's just that, man, it is really defeating when you put a lot of time into like a video or a review or something, and then you don't get the results that you want. And that's just normal. I had to keep reminding myself that that's just the normal process of. I could have gotten the slaps there. I could have gotten the slaps. That's just the normal process of just making stuff. In general, not even just for the internet, but just in life. There are like, Van Gogh for his whole life was kind of a poor artist and never really got anywhere, and then, killed himself over that. So don't do that. Don't be like Van Gogh. But it's hard to keep at doing something, especially when it's something like working out, eating healthy, starting a business, making something of value, being consistent with a podcast, and in terms of how you upload and the work you put into it. Oh man, I almost got to that medic there. That's so crazy. The eyeballs. That's awesome. But to go back to a point that I was making earlier, the environment that existed that I was in high school and a little bit of college that YouTube used to exist in doesn't exist anymore. It's a totally different environment, and there's a part of me that kind of worries that maybe that environment is past me a bit. Maybe I have to adapt to this new world, essentially, this new, I guess, type of content that gets made or what gets popular. It seems that one thing I'm surprised about is that people seem to like long form content now, and I don't know. I feel like here and there I'm happy. I feel like that's where the Deadlock videos come into play. I'm content with uploading a 3-hour Let's Play of some video game or whatever, but I don't know if that's really what my audience wants. I also don't know if that's what I want to see on my YouTube channel. A lot of what I'm doing is I think I like to make videos that I think I would enjoy. I think I like to make videos that I would enjoy to watch, or maybe younger me would like to watch. That's kind of the mentality that I'm going with. But who knows? That could change. That could evolve. That's really, I guess, all I have to say. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate, again, you guys sticking around and watching this, and let me know your thoughts. I like making TF2 content. I'd be curious to hear what you guys want to see more of in the future. And I don't know. Again, it all boils down to, I want to make sure that what I'm doing is fun for me and is also fun for you guys. And I want to see ultimately that grow. To be transparent again, I think I've said this before in the past, but the end goal, or the goal here, the nearsighted goal is to find a way to make money doing this. To me, that would validate my work and my effort a bit. I know that sounds shitty to say, but I don't know. That's what I think, at least. If you think that's kind of a silly idea, that's fine, I guess. I think in general, the work I'm trying to do is for a few things. Number one, just to flex my muscles a bit creatively, just to get out there, just to do something, just to speak and talk and edit a video and get footage for a video, etc. Number two is to just ultimately just be part of something a little bit bigger, just to give myself a little bit of a hobby. And I mean, yeah, I guess I that might sound elitist, I guess, but making money is it would be really cool. That is a goal, at least. Doesn't mean I'll hit that goal, and you might not like that, but that's just the truth, I guess. Let me know your thoughts again. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to all this. I have a lot of other videos just like this in my playlist. The hat decides the class and everything. So one thing I will say that I'm really proud of is that at least I'm making my content very organized. My hope is that, ultimately when I find enough of a larger, as my audience grows and they like the videos that they watch and the videos that they're seeing, that they could then go, oh, I want to watch the earlier stuff. These are all good. These are all fun to watch. These are all entertaining. you know, this guy sounds like he smells really good, and this guy like is pretty funny, blah 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 blah. Anyways, all right, that's enough, I think. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Have a good day.